Hello. Hi, everybody. I've been drinking, so it's a terrible time to go live, isn't it? But I am who I am. My shirt is way too small for me. I have to return it, but I'll wear it, in a couple videos, get use out of it. Thank you. I like to think so as well. I feel like I'm breathing really heavy, and I hope that that's not, like, being picked up on microphone. I am breathing heavy. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I am not taking applications, but I'll let you know when I am. Yeah, I hate filming TikToks because, I don't know, I get so, like, awkward in them, and none of them translate the way that I want to. It more so feels like somebody who's, like, cosplaying as an attractive person instead of someone who's actually attractive. And so I think that you can tell that I have low self-esteem in all of them. Like, I'm, like, trying to pretend that I like myself. Because confidence is sexy, you know? And so, like, that's what I go for. I just don't really have it. You can totally be my boyfriend, John Hamid. Be my boyfriend, John Hamid. Maybe. I don't know, I'm feeling silly. I'm feeling a little ridiculous. Good times. I don't know when my brother's gonna be home. My brother works for CPS. That's not the official title. I think it's only called that in some states. But he works for, like, Child Protective Services. So he's on a call right now. And I don't know when he's gonna be home, but he's dealing with, like, an emergency, child situation. If I don't get a job in, like, 2 weeks, I'm probably gonna apply for his. Because I have a criminal justice major, and they're hiring very desperately. But I just don't think, like, I, as, like, emotional person, could handle the kind of, like, things that I hear stories from my brother about. And that's my reservation. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm talking sultry, like I'm cool. Hi from Virginia. Hello from Oklahoma. Are you in here? Sorry, someone just sent me a message. Are you in this live right now? Please let me know. Because that'll make me feel really nervous. I need to know. I don't know how to make people stay. This is way more cleavage than I normally show. Because I'm, like, desperate for social interaction. I moved to a new place. I accidentally woke up at, like, 2 p.m. today. No, they do not fit in my hand. And I'm, like, so desperate for social interaction. I'm living with my brother, and I don't leave the house unless it's to go to the gym. I've applied for, like, 20 jobs, but that was only a couple days ago. I'm a college graduate who has nothing to do with her time until she gets hired for a position she's probably not yet qualified for. Tell me if you're in this live, please. I need to know. Just send me a Snapchat right now, and I'll know. You know who you are. Is it contemplating with all the wild stuff going on to get into criminal justice? I mean, I'm not pursuing being, like, a cop. I'm pursuing law. I'm pre-law as well as criminal justice. So, no. If I was doing something like immigration law, perhaps. But I think that would be kind of exciting, especially in, like, today's political climate. Yeah, I'm doing criminal defense. And immigration is not a criminal offense. It's a civil offense. So, I don't think most of the stuff going on is very applicable. Maybe in terms of, like, abortion laws. Criminal offenses could be cool. Not cool, like, you know, bad, but cool. In the sense of, like, if abortion is now, like, considered a criminal offense. I'm currently in Oklahoma, but I'm planning on getting my law degree in Chicago, which means it would only apply to the Illinois area. Back phone up. I will if I want to, and I won't if I don't want to. Yeah, I always say if I go off abruptly, it's because I currently live with my brother, and something about, like, sitting alone in my bedroom feels sad, but sitting alone in the living room of a house I am now a part of, it's not as sad. Like, I'm just chilling, drinking in my living room. So he could come in through the front door, and, I mean, he doesn't care. He knows what I do. I have to burp really bad. So sorry. But it's still just kind of awkward. $70 viewers and nobody's talking? Come on, guys, let's get chatty. I know someone here wants to ask me a fun little question. I don't want my hair back. I have really broad shoulders, if you can't tell, and I use my hair to cover it. Like, all of my, like, you know, whatever. I currently live in Oklahoma, but I moved here about 3-4 days ago. So I wouldn't consider myself from there. I'm not really from anywhere. My dad was Navy. He was a fighter pilot. So my pick for the Super Bowl, don't ask me. I don't know anything. If you were to ask, like, there was a gun to my head asking me, like, who's going to play in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm so sorry. Not a cool girl. Just a girl. Thank you for the cowboy hat. Love you. They are currently active and killed Border Patrol officers. I have to read that quietly because I don't want my life to get banned. I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah. The news has been crazy lately. My body count? I've been drinking. Should I share it? My body count is 6. I've never shared that on the internet before. Usually I just blow people off. What? I'm gonna go off live soon because somebody sent me money that I interact with consistently. And because they sent me money, I think I should probably go talk to them. And that's the truth. I don't like to blow people off, especially when, like, you know, that's like, you, like, go to work and, like, you know, clock in for that money. I think I'm gonna, like, pause it and back. There's nobody there. She's making it up. Nobody where? I mean, like, on my phone. Like, it's right here. I don't have any customers on a database. I'm not a prostitute. My lipstick looks pretty. It looks really bad from close up. Like, I won't get too close. Like, right there, that's smeared. But I wanted to do darker today. And I also have, like, purple right here. I was trying something different. You can't tell in this lighting, but my eyes are pretty hazel. And I've heard that purple makes hazel pop. Yeah. My eyes are, like, green, and then in the center is brown. But in the dark, they're just brown, so I just call them brown. Favorite Studio Ghibli? I've not seen... The only Studio Ghibli films that I've seen is Spirited Away and Ponyo. And Spirited Away is probably in, like, my top 5 favorite movies of all time. So, Spirited Away is my favorite Studio Ghibli film. But I'm not, like... I don't watch, like, a lot of stuff like that. I've never been really into cartoons in general. Even when I was a kid. I feel like I'm talking so weird. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hey, Adele. Thank you. For the... Yeah, you know who you are. Yeah, I really want to get to 10K followers, because if, like, you're new here, then my account got deleted at, like, 200,000, like, a year ago, a little less than a year ago, and my account only recently started getting, like, in the thousands. That's why I'm only recently allowed to go live, and I just really want followers on here. Call it shallow if you want, but that's what I really want. Yeah, but yeah, my lipstick is very smudged, and I can't be bothered to correct it because I'm on live, and there's a smoothing, like, filter on TikTok lives. So what do I have to correct it for? Thank you for following, Kevin. I appreciate that. It's a good time. This is terrible. I'm so terrible at this. If you're, like, sniffing, it's because there are currently 5 dogs around me. You can get a kiss too. I love when you're in my lips. Have I been with a black guy? That's an absurd question, and I have a feeling that it's fetish-based, but I'm going to answer wholesomely and speak my truth and say no. Thank you for the heart thing. And the roses. Number of people I punched in the face, 0. The only physical altercation I've ever been in is me and my sister when we were kids. We used to fight a lot. You can't get a fit check. I've made it very clear that this shirt is very much way too small for me, and I am just trying to make it work before I return it, because it's cute, and I like the color. This is my brother. It is a fetish, is it not? This is my brother's dog, Fred. I don't like them very much because they terrorize his cats, and they're very mean. Not small, not too small at all. I'm trying to remember what I said. What would be not too small? Every comment I get, I assume it's referring to breast size, but I feel like that's a little too obvious to be related to that. Oh, my top. Oh, it is. It is. It's a size small, which usually works for me because my waist is a 27, like, around, which is a size small. So it's, like, weird with tops because I want them to fit, you know, like my body. But when it comes to stuff that has, like, an under bust, if you will, it's, like, just spilling out. So I took a shot on this shirt, and I probably shouldn't have. What do you think of American companies not allowing Chinese companies to compete in our market? American companies not... I'm sorry, I've been drinking. I feel like it's a really broad question. Like, in what regard? Like, are you referring to tariffs? No! Sorry, that's the dog terrorizing cat. Fred! I'm gonna smack him. I'm so sorry. This is on live. Fred, stop. Yeah, I know. My shirt's fighting for its life. Usually people tell me, like, oh my god, your boobs are, like, bulging out, like they're fighting. And they're not. This time it's true. This time I'm exactly what I feared. Yeah, I want to hear more, like, of an expansion on the political aspect. I'm trying very hard to understand the question, and I don't. I don't know if that's because I'm a little drinking, but I'm not understanding it. Chinese companies not allowed to, like, that just sounds like tariffs to me. Like, they're so loud, there's just a heavy tax on it. So I'm confused. Are we understanding? Unless there's some new fucking, hi, Zeph. Anyway, I was gonna say, unless there's, like, some new executive order that I don't know about. Because they come, 10 times a day. New executive order. Thank you, Trump. Love your executive orders. That's ironic, by the way. Punk rock or hair rock? Punk rock. What does hair rock refer to? Like metal? Like swing your hair rock? Like headbanging rock? No, I've never sold or sent a nude photo in my life. A conspiracy theory I believe in, I used to really believe the moon landing was fake. I watched a lot of documentaries on it, but I haven't researched it in a while, and I've become a little less gullible with age, so maybe I don't believe that anymore. Have I listened to one? I'm reading OK as Oklahoma because I just moved to Oklahoma. Is that wrong? Have I listened to one Oklahoma Rock, or have I listened to one OK Rock? Because one OK Rock sounds like it's a radio station. Thank you. To the person who said I look great. Is that a radio station? That sounds like a radio station. One OK Rock. There's no way. Yeah, I don't sell. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's a band. What genre of rock is it? I like to think that I'm pretty well versed. But I don't know. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't care if no one would know. I make, a living here as what I'm doing. I've seen all of Mindhunter. I loved it. I was really sad when it got canceled. I've been because I've been studying criminal justice I guess I studied for 3 years because that's how long it took me to get my degree, but my passion for it has gone much before that. I knew for years that criminal justice is what I wanted to do. It wasn't one of those where I switched my major or I had to figure out what I wanted to do in college. This is what I want to do, or what I wanted to do because I got my degree. So I listened to a lot of podcasts, and I read so many books on criminology and the mind of a criminal, especially serial killers and stuff. So none of it was new information to me, which was unfortunate. But I still enjoyed it. Pretty smile, thank you. I'm about to buy whitening strips. I'm really insecure with my teeth. I think they're quite yellow. I've listened to a few cult related podcasts. Yeah, true crime's cool. I'm not a fan of the controversial take. People might get mad. But people who wear sweatshirts that's true crime and coffee. I love true crime. I find that a little insensitive. Call me crazy. If you want to bounce test, pay me. Yeah, so I like true crime, but in a very respectful, career-based way, if that makes sense. I think people who talk about how much they love true crime can get into the realm of disrespectful. These are real people, and their families exist, and they take in this media. So I don't like when people go too crazy with it. The chicks who cover true crime and serial killer stories and stuff like that. I think they can get quite insensitive. I have not seen it. I'm glad you watched The Substance, though. I'm a big frontrunner of that movie. I really like it. I wasn't expecting to either. Yeah, she might be on here because she follows me on TikTok. My best friend, closest best friend ever, probably for life, even though we don't talk that much, in middle school is the sister of Natalee Holloway, which is one of the biggest missing persons cases in the United States. And so I was really close to their family. They were her mom was my second mom in middle school because I was there every day. And so I've seen firsthand what Kim Kardashian was a front runner of the show on Natalee Holloway. So it had a lot of media attention. And so I've seen firsthand what that's for a family. And so I try to be respectful when I talk about cases because I don't know. I've experienced the other perspective of it. Does that make sense? Okay. I have to go check my messages again. Don't leave. If you leave. Okay. I have to go check my messages again. Don't leave. if you leave. If you had cannons, they'd be out all day. You never know. Sometimes when, like, there are circumstances that you don't understand. Like, I think it's very different to, like, wake up one day with big boobs than to, like, be born with them. Because my perspective on it is very different. I might go off. I'm so sorry. I thought this would be really entertaining, but no one's really on here. No, I graduated college. But I'm going to law school. Yeah, I can't get this to stop smearing. Sorry. But yeah, I got my degree in criminal justice at Southern Illinois University. Not a good school. And I plan on going to Loyola for law school. If I can get the LSAT score I want, I'm pretty much good. Yeah, I'm probably going to go off. I wanted to vibe, but the story on my necklace, I guess not because I wear it in every fucking video. There's no story on it. I bought it, and I really like it, and I lost it, so I bought another one. But this is actually the original one because I found it. It's like my favorite thing that I own. Hi, Bonita. Hello. I don't hide anything too much. I feel like they're here. It's a carnelian, like crystal, which is like a attraction stone. I don't know. I like the bubble gum. Thank you. I didn't know that existed. Moment in your life that you think turned you into an independent thinker? All of it. All of my life. I've had a very interesting life, which I think most people probably think they do, so it sounds stupid. Oh my gosh, it's 2025. So it sounds stupid to say. Thank you for the thing. Like, I don't like to act like my life has been anything interesting because I think most people think they are interesting. I don't have a link. I don't do anything like that. But I've lived a life that I think most people, like, wouldn't believe just based on, like, my Instagram. I love my cowboy hat. I wish it lasted longer. Random talent that nobody knows about. I can flip my tongue upside down. I just realized that. And I can do, like, the Clover thing. That's it. Nothing cool. I think most people can do that. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the bubblegum. That's really cool. Is that a new one? I didn't know that existed, and it's probably my new favorite. What's my ethnicity? Oh, this is such a reoccurring question. I want to ask, my ethnicity, I'm Hispanic and Croatian. Croatian, if you don't know, because a lot of people don't, is like a Slavic ethnicity. I just tell people it's close to Russian. I have a lot of Russian family. But yeah, my question for the people would be, like, do you think that I'm white? Like, there's no wrong answer. I refer to myself as white most of my life, but more so in my adult life, it's manifesting that when I refer to myself as white, people get really confused. And my ethnicity is a question that I get asked on, like, everywhere I go. And it gets annoying, like, the whole, like, you look so exotic. Okay. The first two are that I'm very white. Yeah, there was a recent discourse in one of my TikToks, and it's been, like, a discourse throughout my life. She's approving. Yeah, I mean, the question is, like, that doesn't offend me. Like, the question isn't about my ethnicity. It's more so just, like, because race, like, generally, like, in a philosophical way and, like, by definition, is, like, how you're perceived by society. I'm coming. Someone just told me something. I have to get off live soon. Race is generally, like, how you're perceived by society. And so it gets really uncomfortable for me when, like, I've been told I've been referring to myself, like, my whole life, and thank you for the gum, and referred to as white my whole life, here and there, when, like, now I've noticed, like, especially within the past like couple years, like when I call myself white, like it seems to be like a question mark like in people's faces or like what they say. Like someone specifically tried to argue me when we were like drinking and talking about like race theory and stuff like that I was not white at all. Oh, I mean, I lived in Spain, but I'm Latina, yeah, Peruvian. Yeah, I mean, I know Latinas can be any race, but I'm saying, like, my race specifically. Like, I've heard a lot of things. I know that race doesn't equal ethnicity, you guys. That's kind of my whole point. Like, race is separate from that, so I know what my ethnicity is. And I know that I'm mixed ethnicity, but it's more so just been, I am tan. I'm a very dark person. I've literally been told since I was in middle school, why are you so much darker than me? Yeah, I'm darker than pretty much anybody I know. I'm 21. I think pretending that I'm not, like, dark-skinned is insane. Yeah, Christians are pretty pale. Okay, I have to go off live. I'm so sorry. Real Latinos are coming out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm telling you, this question wasn't to spark, like, a debate on race or anything. It was just me being curious about, like, how the general public perceives me, because I've been very confused on, like, what to refer to my race as. Does that make sense? Because I hear a lot of discourse on, like, being, like, multiracial and, like, what that's like, but I think being, like, multi-ethnic is, like, very different, and I don't hear anybody talk about it. Like, to be, like, the kind of, like, I don't know, brown, where people ask you constantly, like, what you are, or speculate what you are. I get called Native American all the time. And it's just, like, confusing, like, to constantly have to, like, deal with that everywhere I go, constantly. And then to also just, like, come on live and be like, yeah, I'm a white woman. Like, I don't know. It's really confusing. I don't hear anybody talk about it. So it's, like, something that's been on my mind lately. The only one who really understands is my dad. Okay, but I'm gonna go off live. I'm sorry. I'll probably be back on in, like, I don't know, an hour. I have nothing here. Who cares? I mean, yeah, I know. It's not, like, a big deal. It's just, like, I think saying, like, who cares, like, if you're white, not to be, like, presumptuous or anything, like, I feel like that can be a little tone deaf, just because, like, it does plague my life a little bit. Like, everywhere I go is constantly a question of, like, my race or my ethnicity or where I'm from or I look so exotic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, features or anything or what features I have, though. I know I'm pretty dark as far as skin color for a white girl. I'm probably, yeah. I don't think I'm pale. Like, I'll take a lot, like, yeah, I disagree. I don't know if it's, like, a lighting situation or what, but I don't think that I'm pale at all. That's, like, just based on what everybody says about me since I was a kid. My sign is a Cancer. Okay, I'm gonna go off because I accidentally opened up a conversation that is controversial, and I'm not in the mood for, like, people to act like I'm trying to pretend that I'm a person of color. That's not it at all. Like, I've always referred to myself as white just because I don't want to push buttons and I know what I appear like. But, yeah, it's, like, a bit of a sensitive topic for me, more than I wish it was, because I know it sounds stupid and I don't want it to be. But it just, like, kind of feels like one. I don't know why. It, like, stings a little bit. Like, when, I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I'm sorry I just got here and I'm leaving. But I am gonna go talk to somebody. If you guys are still up in, like, an hour, I'll probably be back in less than that. I have nothing to do tonight. And last night I didn't go to sleep till, like, 6 a.m. I've not been sleeping well since I moved here. And I love to chit-chat. But, okay. Love you all. Thank you for coming. No one was mean to me on my live, which is pretty awesome. That's rare. Usually people are very mean online to me. So I appreciate that. And I love you all for, like, coming and staying and listening to me talk and stuff. That's very nice. Never mean to tits. Thank you. Okay. Okay, bye. We can totally be friends, Million Pandas. Okay. Are you really awkward leaving? Because I hate, like, cutting things off abruptly, and that's what I have to do. Thank you. Hair back before I go. There it is. See ya. Thanks for coming. If you watch this, especially all of it, like if you've been here like a majority of the time, you're awesome. And I find it crazy that anyone would want to listen to me talk for that long of a period of time. So that means the world to me. And I'll be back. Hopefully y'all are still here. Okay. Bye.